G'day guys, I'm back out again this weekend chasing fallow bucks. I'm not too sure how I'll go on this property. I haven't hunted the deer here before. It's good terrain, good area. Let's see how we go. So my visibility is really good up on this face here, but not so much off the sides where I wanted to look. I'm just going to sit up here though. I can see a lot of country from this elevation, and I've only sat down for about 30 seconds and I've picked out a mob of goats up there already. There's a big stinking billy goat moving around. I did think it was a light coloured buck, but just a billy goat, so yeah, they're probably safe at the moment anyway. Righto, I'm moving. I've got a buck croaking over here and I've got another one croaking down here. Probably got about 45 minutes of light, so good times. I'm not going to muck around here too long. I've just spotted a little chocolate coloured spiky buck down in here. I'd say he's the one croaking. There's another one the next finger over, so let's continue over there before it gets dark. I'm not going to muck around with this one. So I do have a buck down here. Yeah, he's not a shooter for me. He's safe, he's cleft on both sides. He was chasing a doe, so that little spiky buck was only about 50 metres up from him, so there's still another one croaking over here. I'm going to keep going. But it all happens pretty quick once that sun goes down. So I think this buck I'm chasing over this side's next ridge over again, so we'll see if we can get over there. It's very dynamic, this fallow hunting in the rut like this. Got a mob of bloody pigs just there and under that tree. And that buck's on that next bridge, so I'm going to have to let the pigs be. I'm going to come back in the morning. I got into about 200 metres from that second buck that's croaking in the next valley over. He's still there now, and just couldn't get eyes on. I think he's in a stand of timber. It was really dark. Sat there until probably past when I could have shot just to see if something came out. Didn't see anything other than a little spiker about 50 metres underneath him hovering around, and there were a couple of does up on the ridgeline. Plan tomorrow, get up at stupid o'clock, back in the same location, hopefully get eyes on that buck. And yeah, it was a little bit exciting to have those pigs so close as well. It's obviously very difficult to not shoot those when they're about 8 metres away, but when I'm out here hunting bucks, pigs are safe, at least for now. So I've got about 10 does down here, I reckon about 65 metres away, just on the other side of this cover, and that buck's just gone off to the right croaking. So I've got this bit of a knob here. I was up over there before, that's where those does are, in that bit of a saddle. So I'm just going to move around this little bit of a pad. The buck's moved down towards the creek, still having a bit of a croak, so just going to poke around this way. This is the general direction the deer are going in. So I'm in a bit of a pickle here. I've got 2 kangaroos just down here in the way. I've got the does out here still on this saddle, about 90 metres away. They can't hear me, would you believe it? Anyway, well, they're still eating while I'm talking like this. And this buck's up here on this dogwood hillside. He's gone over there the minute the first light came up. Hasn't croaked in a little while. I've had a little bit of a rattle at him, and he's up there thrashing trees and stuff. You can hear him. He's getting a bit amped up, so I might just keep doing that. I don't know if it'll bring him out or not, but we'll have a go. Another buck on the deck, so let's go and check him out. He's about probably 130 metres up here. He did end up coming out of that scrub. The does weren't too sure about the rattling, and they were starting to move back over to the left over through this saddle, and I'm not sure if it was the rattling or them moving off, but it pulled him out of that timber anyway, and I think I've got the shot on footage, so let's go and check him out. That's been a great little morning's hunt. I'm pretty confident that this is the animal that I stalked in on top of late yesterday afternoon, right on dark. It was only about probably 300 metres to my right. So yeah, really happy that I could execute one, not bumping an animal last night, and two, coming back in this morning, and pretty confident that I found the same animal. So he sounded the same anyway. He's croaking his head off yesterday. He was still going this morning. So yeah, in under cover of mostly darkness this morning. Look, the sky was probably starting to lighten when I pulled up on the quad about a keg down the main ridge, and I've walked in. By the time I got within a couple of 100 metres of this guy croaking, I didn't need a headlight or anything like that, and just sort of stalked him in. You can probably see over my shoulder that little stand of timber. That's the little knoll that I was stalking around. It's been quite a challenging little hunt, this one. Good fun though. I do like stalking animals, so it's really good to watch them, and I think the only thing that put the wind up those days was me having a little bit of a rattle. So, but that pulled him out. Second buck for 2021 rut. He's probably got a bit of age on him, this fella. He's actually missing the top of this antler. I don't know if you guys can see that there. It's all broken off. He might have damaged it when it was in velvet or something. Another clefty one like that fella that I saw yesterday too. Maybe it's a genetic trade up here. Certainly got some work to do now. Pretty sure the owner's after some venison. So yeah, got quite the carry out. Really happy with this guy. This is my second buck for the 2021 fallow deer rut. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, have a look at my Patreon, and I'll see everyone next time. First trip out to the quad bike now with some meat. Then I'll go back and get antlers. I'm just coming over that little bit of a ridge that I was looking at what I assume was the same deer yesterday afternoon. And up here in front of me is where I saw those pigs. It's at this point that I'm glad that I didn't shoot at the pigs, because I probably wouldn't have shot the buck. Probably would have scared him off.